proverb only because it's generally true. It is not an absolute truth. Can the church say amen? It is not an absolute truth. Proverbs are not promises. Proverbs are not promises. One of the proverbs that a lot of parents hold on to, and they hold on to it as this was a promise from God, is Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart. There's a whole lot of folk who raise their children in church, whose children, when they got around that 20, 21 age bracket, they walked away from the Lord. And I mean, some of them walked away from the Lord violently. And the parents sit back and say, but I got this promise from God. Now listen, it's generally true. Most of the time, when you bring up your child in the way that it should go, most of the time, that child will not depart. But how many know that there are some parents out there who raise their children to the best of their ability? They took that child to church every Sunday. That child was in Sunday school. That child was in youth group. That child sang in the choir. And when that child got a certain age, they kind of lost their mind. Except because that child's going to make their own choices. Each and every child has their own soul. Parents, you got to get that in your spirit. Each and every child has their own soul, and one day they're going to stand before God, and when that child stands before God, they're not going to be able to say, well, mama didn't do this, or daddy. They are going to have to give an account for their deeds, their actions, their decisions. Look to a parent and say, you're free. You're free. Free. Don't walk under condemnation. Don't live under condemnation. Because even if you didn't do the best job, that child still has their own soul. I gave you what I had, son. I gave you what I had, daughter. But you need to meet Jesus for yourself. So let me back it up a little bit. So we got folks who have taken that text and have come under condemnation because they saw that as a promise, but that's not a promise. It's a proverb, meaning it is generally true. That there are times when that is not an absolute reality.